Hi there, Selective Collective. This is Kim, here to do your reading. Let's get some Palo Santo lit. Let's get some protection. Let me let you in on Selective Collective, my little story from last night. So when I go to bed, I usually have something playing in the background. And last night I had a haunting, the TV show. I had that playing in the background, kind of next to my pillow. It's just how I get to sleep. And so I fall asleep to it. It was on play, all right, and I fell asleep really quick. Evidently, it was still playing, but I fell asleep. And then I wake from my sleep. And mind you, I actually haven't had any, like, post-nasal drip. I don't have any sleep apnea issue, but I woke up feeling like something was trying to strangle me. And I was like, like that, I was gasping. But however, I didn't remember anything from a dream. I usually have very vivid dreams. I didn't remember a dream. I didn't remember anything. And I look over. So I'm like, okay, well, that was strange. But then I look over to my phone and I noticed that the TV show had paused. It just paused. It stopped playing like it did it on its own. It just paused itself. And I don't think any big deal of that, right? Still no real big deal, but I press the play button, and guess what happens? It happens to be a scene that immediately starts playing with a girl in bed, but she is being attacked by an entity. It's because it's a haunting, right? She's actually being haunted, and she does the same thing that I just did. Oh my God. Talk about crazy. I said, you know what, whatever is here, if there's anything here, I want you to leave. I don't deal with those energies very well. I don't want any dark energy, and I don't need anything trying to scare me. And I went right back to bed, and it didn't really scare me. But I got to thinking about it right before doing this Selective Collective, and I'm going to let you all know about that. That was so strange. It was so strange. I thought, well, that's really creepy. But I figured the first thing that came to mind is anything that wants you to fear is probably not a good energy, so you need to tell it to leave. Ask for your angels to protect you, which is what I did, and then I had a good rest of my night. So anyway, that's my little story. Let's pull from my favorite one, the Alchemy deck. Let's see what messages I have. I have messages, literally messages. I have Mercury, communication, networking, travel, possibly even, and gold. There's gold here on the pinky. There's like, what kind of gold? Because that can mean wealth for everybody in different areas. One person's wealth might be a little different to another person. So this would be what you resonate with finding wealth. Gold. Offering. I feel like as you release or let go of something, something else is going to be offered to you. Because this card is like, okay, what can I give up, or what can I offer up of myself? And then it's because something is going to be given, like almost in return for what you offer up. Oh, the Divine Warrior. And the animal. The beast. The animal, the wild instincts in ourselves. Are we tapping into that and dissolving something else? Maybe. Maybe. We can get some of that in view. Okay. The dead end and the warrior. What are you giving up? Okay, that makes sense. What are you giving up? What are you ending? What are you putting an end to? It can be a cycle. It can be a pattern, a behavior. Something saying, hang on, this is coming close to a 10 of Wands energy, so something must end here. And then the warrior, the divine warrior, this is the person that has the cause, right? They fight for the cause. They have a cause. Let's go ahead and go a little bit into, this deck got mixed up. So I'm just going to use, I'm taking it as a sign just to read some reversals from it. So that's what we're going to do. Spirit, can you tell us about the dead end? It's leading to, okay, so in my readings, and if you watch me for a while, you know this, if it's sideways, it means that you're in transition to it. It means that, in this case, that you're creating your heaven on earth. Okay, you're creating your heaven on earth, and there is a completion, right? So there's also something that's coming to its final conclusion. It's having its finale here. It's a 10. It's something that was standing in the way of your happiness. I don't know if this is what this is. Tell me more. The warrior energy, bravery, 7 of Wands. 5 of Wands in the reverse. I think this dead end is something that we have decided not to fight ourselves about, or we have decided, I'm not going to stand in my own way here about what I want anymore. And so we don't feel conflicted now about where because we found, okay, ultimately you find the peace, the heaven within yourself. The kingdom is within yourself, right? Well, that's a pretty basic way of looking at it, but it is a basic, simple principle, but it's there for a reason. And I went through a very long period of trying to, I probably overanalyzed when I first, started learning about this more and more, about finding everything within you, that key, right? And I thought, okay, well, let's do this individually. There's some type of the logical mind wanted to come off like a Leo with a checklist, you know. Can I find beauty within myself? Check. Can I find wealth within myself? Can I find the shadow? Also, check. I found what I feel like was almost it all, but I do know I'm always going to be learning more and more about myself. So will you. And this is when we don't feel torn anymore. We have a cause. We have a cause. We have a purpose. We have meaning. This is like the, just reminds me of like a briar bush, or it reminds me of some type of energy that was making something overcomplicated. Maybe it was ourselves making something overly complicated for ourselves. Maybe it's the way that society is. Maybe that is why they're telling us to tap into our animal instincts. Our self that is driven solely by, that's my nature. You know, I'm looking at this animal here, and I'm thinking authentic self is what I'm thinking. Authentic self. And I'm not going to be, look, I'm not looking at the teaching, right? I realize there is a teaching that tells you that the animal self is your lower self, or connected to the earth more. I'm not looking at it like that. I'm looking at this as authentic because it's something that is going to come natural to you. Like a stop fighting yourself and now let's start fighting for the cause. The cause might have, the divine warrior in you might have to do with this. the Apocalypsis. Now, the Apocalypsis card is about when darkness is revealed. It is a thinning of the veil, also, a thinning of the veil. And then we see that, okay, darkness is starting to come up to the surface. And this can be very collectively, we're seeing this. I feel like it can represent purging of this energy too. Also a message of the darkness dissolving and becoming part of this all that is. So I feel like it's also saying, good job on your integrating, or you're integrating like shadow and light. I don't know what that was. What is the offering about? For the Selective Collective, what is the offering about? And they're all in the upright, except for that one. Okay, that one's in transition. In transition. 2 swords. 2 of Swords, Page of Swords. I have the activist standing up for others, spreading the word or the message. Some of you all, that has to do with seeing through the veil, letting that darkness reveal things to you, and then saying something about it, or getting the message, the word out. Peace, ultimately, right? Peace, coming to terms with some sort of, there's peace here in this offering. It's like a relief of burdens too, a release, a letting go, oppression in the reverse, or 10 of Wands in the reverse, that I'm really seeing in that dead end. So you're offering something up. And then we have the Queen of Disc, or the Matriarch. It can be a mother. It can be a mother figure or something like that. I want more. I want more here on this justice energy coming through with the 2 of Swords for me. Page of Swords. What is this about? Person of Water. So it might be about the mind, body, spirit, connection, listening to our body. There's some sort of peace of mind that we're going to have once some sort of exchange is done. Like a deal with spirit on your path in a way. The Person of Water, which it could be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or this has to do with you. The emotional idealist, emotionally connected, psychic, empathetic, intuitive, sensitive, heart-centered, feels things deeply, healer, counselor, advisor, author. So for some of you all, big time on the whole, write this down. And I do have a theory out there that I feel like art and books that are actually written by humans are going to be in demand. Like art that's not done by AI, but art that's done by a human hand or a human mind. Not that AI is necessarily bad, or that I want to just discredit it. I just have a prediction that those types of things that you have a feel, a human feel, that personal touch, like from styles of writing and personalities that come out, in artwork or things like just different things that the human touch is going to be like coming. I feel like it will make a comeback that people will really, because things like that can die out when many generations are coming after and they decide they're not going to teach or learn about it. Just like cursive handwriting, just like cooking techniques. But I have a feeling like that's going to come back, this personalized touch. The Queen of Discs normally is in really good position to receive prosperity, abundance. Also usually like head of the household. They kind of can do it all. So tell me more though about that. No, pulling the bridge up. There's somebody that you will be pulling the bridge up or not allowing yourself to give any more energy to. Okay, it has to do with the decision possibly to split from someone also. Someone that you don't feel at peace with. Because the forked road says direction change, options, free will choice, opportunity, alternatives, multiple choice. They're wanting you to safeguard your energy from someone. Or something, it may even be like protecting your own self by saying no to certain things that were bringing more burdens to you. Ooh. Yeah, the corset. Well, that doesn't feel good. You know, I just think of a lot of like restriction, of being bound, of can't breathe energy, having to shape shift or people please. They're saying it's okay to say no. You don't have to say yes to everyone, or you don't have to maintain some sort of perfect posture. Just be you, authentically you, as natural as it comes to you, just being natural. Like you're perfect. There's nothing for you to improve in, unless you look at improving as saying, no, I'm actually going to start saying no more. Okay. Because I'm just getting that energy exchange here too. So perhaps it might be the dead end for some people that you are dealing with, that you have been extra kind to. And now Spirit is saying, hey, let's look at our energy as currency more and more and more. Let's not be helping so much. If it, like, I don't, that sounds like a bad message for me to preach. I feel like they're saying don't overly do something. Overly always be just give. Right? Yeah, because there's something here about what's something is owed to you. I feel like something is owed to you. Okay, this card wanted to fly out anyway in the beginning, and then it landed on the floor. So I think it has to do with you for sure. Beehive, diligence, persistence, stamina, application, tireless, mindful, hard work, devoted, fruitful, busy, conscientious, energetic, continual harvest, and concentration. And the World card is here. Yeah, that's the completion. You also have, wow. Do we really? Yeah, we do. In the upright, we have 2 of Cups, 6 of Cups, and the World. So some of you all have a very significant choice to make here in a partnership. Somebody, if you haven't met this person yet, they're like a soulmate energy, or they're here to help make good memories with you. And you have a new chapter coming that definitely involves a very significant connection, a soul connection, somebody that's meant to be part of the good part of your journey, I'm wanting to say. Yeah, and then so there's this ending, 10 of Swords. So there's this ending so that you can go towards that. This person, I feel like, I want to pick up energy on them just by feeling. I feel like they're going to like all the natural things about you, all the things that are authentic. And so more than likely, you've probably dealt with people in the past, and you might still be, of some people that you are around that want to fix or change or always have something to say about you, about what you're doing, just kind of not letting you really just live. Like somebody that's always got something to say, you know what I mean? And this energy is not like that. This energy is wants you to be They will want you to be as natural as you possibly can. Like who you are. Exactly who you are. Not to please if you don't feel like it. Like, I'm sure you are a very positive individual. But, you know, we all have a very wide range of emotions that we experience. This person's going to want you to be all of them. And exactly true to how you're feeling. If you're too sensitive, then they'll want you to be too sensitive acting. People that say too sensitive anyway, they've said that to me before too. They don't even understand what you feel. What you feel. Empathic. So you feel everything. Oh, yeah. Let's take a look at this choice with this partnership here. Ooh. Pioneer and the crew. So you are going to have like different choices in regards to people that you want to work with, people that you actually want to spend time with, and then they're going to go with you on some sort of unmarked trail here. They're going to be in your life because you and this person are supposed to pioneer something. Yeah, this is about forming alliances and partnerships that work well together. Like, got your 6. It says team effort, and this one says team. It's going to be your team. It's coming in hot. It's coming in fast with kerosene. Aggressive, accelerate, ignite, determined, fuel, sustain, a powerful situation, power dynamics. And then the baby card, which says cardinal, meaning cardinal signs, Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn. It has to do with the start of something. This is just the very beginning. So you're at the very beginning of a new stage or a new chapter in your life. And I think that the people that are going to be brought in, you're going to absolutely love to be around. A fresh start, new phase. And it may lead to a celebration, a wedding, a getting together and remember. Look, there's some remembrance here. There's a feeling of like these people have had past lives with you. There's like I say, very significant soul connections. They may have future lives with you. This might be the life where this is where it all comes together in a grand way. So I feel like this card is also saying you'll enjoy your cake. You'll have celebration with this persons. And yeah, it could lead to something really big, like homecoming feeling. Remembrance here, wedding, recognize. Yeah, oh. Yeah, I just feel like this energy, 444, right? Or is that 44? No, it's 444. You're going to be, like, you're fine on the path that you're at right now. You're fine. But pretty soon, something's going to be made very crystal clear to you, or certain. You'll be certain that Spirit has a path, a plan. And I have been seeing the koala bear lately on my feed, just kind of odd. And one of my decks has koala bear on it, and it says Spirit has a plan. This is about Spirit's plan for you. Once you see something clearly, 7 of Cups in the reverse, which you will, about how powerful you are, making choices that are good for your health, facing realities, coming back down to earth, a type of feeling, coming back down to earth. When it comes to, are you seeing your choices wise, or is what you're choosing or who you're choosing to be around, is that good for your health? Is giving so much of your people pleasing in a sense, is that benefiting you? And if not, then addressing that. Another 4, the Emperor. Because the King of Wands is saying that you definitely can build something and you'll be inspiring others by how you do it. Queen of Wands. In the reverse, there's just a need to divine counterparts, by the way. There is a need to be bold, brave, and confident. This is the only reason she's showing up like that. Good news is coming. You just haven't gotten this news yet. It has to do with your independence and some type of big wealth or financial gain here that's going to help you out. And I think it's going to help you out of a situation where it was not reciprocal or you were overgiving. And the Five of Cups is kind of like looking back at it like, okay, that's a past thing now, but, or it's going to be, because it was a little bit disappointing. Yeah. So Nine of Pentacles though. Big gain for you. Let's pull angel number message and I'm going to wrap it up. $99. That is about courage, isn't it? So there is some sort of mission. I could go so deep into this reading because I think there is a mission and a divine counterpart. One that's not, they're not together yet. That's how it feels. 99, it's time to get to work on the realization of your soul's mission in life. You have a higher purpose in this life that is yours and only yours to fulfill. Unleash your true power. I am courageous. And 555, ooh, a major shift is about to come into your life experience and change your path's direction. Be open and stay positive. I am optimistic. And that's what I have for you, Selective Collective. Thanks for joining me. Sending you love and light. Bye.